Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. It's Ronco Johnson, your lifestyle focus advisor. I just want to say hello to everybody, give you time to get in the room. Guess what? It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. That's right. It's Lifestyle Focus Friday. And we're here to talk to you about what millionaires and billionaires do. And hopefully you're going to join us today. Man, can you believe that it is already March of 2024? Good Lord. Where's the time going? Let me ask you. Just a few weeks ago, I was talking to you about your review list and getting it ready for your upcoming 2024. Well, now we're here. How many of you are already where you want to be? How many of you have already started to see some of your goals fall right off the sheet because you've already accomplished them? So I'm going to give you a few more minutes to get in the room. We definitely want you in the room. Stop in, say hello, and I look forward to seeing you as you stop in. So I'm going to give you guys just a few minutes to get in the room and say hello. And when you do, don't forget, leave us a comment. Say hello, tell us where you're from, where you're at, and all that good stuff. We kind of nosy, y'all. We want to know. We want to know everything. We do. We definitely do. Well, listen, have you guys ever thought about it being too late for something? Just anything. Has it ever crossed your mind that maybe I'm on my way somewhere, I look at my time, and all of a sudden I realize it's too late. It's too late. But the truth is, you may have time, but you tell yourself, I'm too late. That's going to be our focus today. We're going to talk about how you can manifest the things to happen in your life just by reshaping your thoughts. And then hopefully by the end of our discussion today, you realize that it's not too late. Not too late. So, hey, listen. This is one of those fun topics. We've been jet setting the town lately, and from here to Las Vegas to all you guys that are new, thank you for joining us. I see we got some people out there joining us. Stop in, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, say hello. That way I know who you are. I know you're watching, but I'd love to know who is watching. So just come on down and say something. Say something special. Say something nice. Keep it clean. Thank you for the reaction. Thank you for the thumbs up. So check this out. Have you ever been in a situation where you just felt like you were too late? Maybe you thought, I'm in my 50s now. And man, I came across a lot of money over my time. But I waited too late to start saving money. Is it too late? Do you feel like it's too late? Or do you have to have somebody in your life, in your circle, in your sphere that can definitely show you and bring it into your thought that you're never too late? That you're never too late. See, that's what we're going to talk to you about today. We're going to talk to you about that today. It appears that we got people calling in on the show, and I better turn my cell phone off because I can see that we're already getting piped in. If you're joining us, it appears that we have people joining from different places, all the different places that are available for us. So let me see if we can make sure we can get everybody in. Y'all, it's just easier for you guys to go to where I am. You know what I mean? Y'all can make it easier for your boy. You can make it easier for your boy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I'm going to put this on and tell them to go to Facebook. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're live. We're live. We're live. We're giving folks some time to get in the room. So how was your Friday? Tell me. Thanks, Pat. I thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I thank you very much for the thumbs up. It's not too late. It's not too late. We're going to give you guys some time to get in the room. And, just a little review. February was a great month for us. Man, listen, all the things that we've checked off a few different things. Lifestyle Focus Wealth, we've got a chance to create our platform that's not even a full 7-8 months old yet. And we've already done our first retreat. We did our thing out in Las Vegas during Super Bowl week. Got to meet some of you smiling faces. Got a chance to put faces with names. Got to hear some stories. Got to do some round table discussions. We've already helped right about, I don't have the final numbers on that, but if I'm not mistaken, we have about $5 million in premiums, if I'm not mistaken. Is it $5 million in premium? No, that's $5 million in death benefits that people have opened up their banking systems across the United States. And $5 million, wow. $5 million in the first month. We were already doing well. We have people open up banks. In this first 3 months of the year, we've already hit our records. We got new people joining. We got people talking about us. We got individuals wearing the shirts and, all over the place. I just can't wait to get caught up, to get everything out there, getting new video, getting new equipment, getting new microphones, having the opportunity to travel, bringing new content. Man, that's a lot in the first quarter of the year, and we're not done yet. Today is just the first day of the first quarter, the first day of the last month of the first quarter, right? We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're cooking in hot grease. Hello, everybody. As you step in the room, say hello to me, please. Tell me you're saying hello. I can see your views. I just can't see what you're saying. So, hey, Leela, there you are. What's up, Sam? I see you guys. All right, so we got some new ones on here too as well. So, we're talking about today, it's not too late. I started radio and back, out of college. I graduated with a radio television broadcast degree. And no, I wasn't a financial specialist. No, I wasn't. I wanted to be in TV and radio, and I spent some time in radio in the Atlanta market. And, one of the things I always wanted to have, I remember going back, is I always wanted to have a studio in my home. Because voice talents, all of us with voices, big voices, you want to be able to go home and talk about the radio stuff and do the commercials at your house. And back then, that was the big thing, right? That was the big thing. I always dreamed that I wanted to have that happen. But once I left the radio business, initially, I thought I had no need to have a studio in my house. Here we are years and years and years later, where the internet is taking over. The internet is taking over. The internet has made it easier for people to access information just like you used to do in your local radio or your terrestrial radio station, where if you have amazing content, people pay attention to you. Well, guess what? Now we have studios on a cell phone. Now we have people of all ages that have the ability to have studios and teach and educate from home. And now, today I'm in my glorious 50s. And I happen to look up and I say, you know what? I happen to have this studio in my home. It's amazing how things happen. It's amazing how things happen. Hey, everybody, I see you stopping in. Tell me how we look. Is it looking good on your end? Is it dragging on your end? We got some new cameras. We got some new things going on over here. So we're always testing and experimenting and elevating, and that's what we want to do. We want to do that always. We want to encourage you to continue to elevate. Keep your positive thoughts. Keep your positive thoughts positive. Keep your circle positive. And what does that got to do with money? Some people say it has nothing to do with money, but money has nothing to do with your happiness. That's the one thing that I want to get across today. Money has nothing to do with your happiness. There's people who have plenty of money and can solve many of issues with money who are completely unhappy. And there are people with absolutely nothing to their name, and they're completely satisfied. Well, some people say, well, that's because that person's never had anything. Well, the truth be told, maybe it's how we think. It's not too late to change your thought. Very similar to me talking about having a studio in my home from very long ago to now. And I always wanted to do these things. Hi, Tawana, I see you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, boy. It's going to be good. We got Tawana on the line today. It's not too late. It's not too late. It's not too late to start saving. It's not too late to change your mind. It's not too late to get updated on information that you thought was accurate that might not be so. How many of you have, in recent months, and I need y'all to talk back to me, okay? I need y'all to talk back to me because your engagement is important. I want your engagement. I do. And I'm even going to put a poll down here. I'm going to put how do we look? Excuse me. I'm just going to try it just for the heck of it and see what they say. Okay? So, I'm going to put here great. I'm going to put here okay. And I'm going to put not good. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case whatsoever. So if you get a chance, go to our polls. Go to our polls and say hello. Hey, Donna, what's happening? I see you out there. Good to see you. We're going to talk about reshaping your thoughts and manifesting the outcome that you want in your life and how you desire it. No, I know there's not a lot of people who will get online and talk about, how their spiritual health is. First of all, I really think that the universe is special. I think that it's something that we haven't talked about very much. And why do I say it's special? Because, the universe doesn't lie to you. It has a way of coming back to you in good ways, bad ways. So, if you know someone is being unkind to you, try not to be unkind back. I'm not saying don't protect yourself. I am saying try not to have the negative thoughts that would bring an unsatisfactory result to your life. Because that affects your money, that affects your sphere of influence, that affects how many people you're motivating and pouring positive energy into. It's amazing that when we start thinking about reshaping our thoughts, give an example, reshaping our thoughts. How many of you knew that there were 14 presidents before President Washington? How many people thought President Washington was the first president? Well, he's not. Reshape your thought. Well, technically, he's the first president of the United States. But he's not the first president. We've had 14 presidents before it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. You'll see it. You might be surprised at some of the names on that list. You might be surprised of some of the names on that list. My question is, why has it been whitewashed from our history? See, if it's been whitewashed from our history, chances are the reshaping of our mindset, it could be a little bit difficult because we're being taught all this time George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and the such. But once we start to figure out that, wait a minute, before in the United States of America, we were just America. There was a whole nother set of rules. There was a whole nother set of rules, y'all. You know, I want to give you another example. Watching basketball, y'all know that I'm a big basketball fan. Played a little college basketball myself and had the opportunity to coach a pro team some time ago and have some ownership in a pro team. And today my daughter plays college basketball. But one of the biggest things in college basketball, especially women's basketball, is a young lady by the name of Caitlin Clark, right? She's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history. Be careful, y'all. Have you seen the internet lately? Have you seen the internet lately? If you don't know what I'm talking about, check it out. Here's a prime example. She just broke that record, and Caitlin Clark is a phenomenal athlete with skills out of this world. Can shoot the ball from the parking lot. I will give her that. But is she the number one scorer in college basketball? Well, not exactly. Not exactly. See, in the early 80s, before the NCAAs, there was a division called the AIAW. And there was a young lady by the name of Pearl Moore. And Pearl Moore is a Hall of Fame basketball player, an African-American basketball player. That she played basketball for, I think it's Francis Marion. Back in the days before all the schools decided to go to a different conference in the NCAA. Caitlin Clark, by the time that we talked about it, she scored 3,569 points. Well, you will see these reports calling her the number one scorer in history. That's not true. Pearl Moore, look it up. Pearl Moore scored 4,061 points. But in the AIAW, that is no longer in existence. But why do we do this to each other? Why do we do this? Why are we so quick to say, this is the next person, this is the best person, and we're whitewashing history? How many other things are being whitewashed? Are y'all understanding where I'm going with this? I know I got some of y'all on the edge of your seat. Oh, Lord, here you go. Here you go. There goes RJ again. We're being whitewashed, y'all. Let's make sure our history is right. The number one scorer in the history of basketball still belongs to Pearl Moore. Now, I'm not saying Caitlin Clark is not the number one scorer in Division I history. She's just not the number one scorer in history. So we have to be very careful about that. George Washington it's not that he's not the first president of the United States, but he's not the first president of America. The truth will set us free. Brandy B, Brandy, what's happening? I'm glad to see you out here. So we're only speaking the truth, right? Because the more and more we start to think about things, how about the Egyptians? I have a good friend that just went to Egypt, and she was surprised to learn that Egyptians had electricity. Well, that was well before Alexander Graham Bell. Do your checkup. I'm just a reporter. I'm just a reporter. But why is it that we give credit where credit was due way after something has already been created? I don't understand it. You know, I had some folks in the office the other day, and I pulled out a book. We were talking about life insurance, and I pulled out my book, and it was like, man, we have never heard anything like how you're putting together the lifestyle focus group. It's amazing. More black and brown people need to hear where this information is coming from. Well, I don't disagree with that. But here's the thing. When you say it's brand new, it's not brand new. This is not brand new. The infinite banking concept is not brand new. Cash value life insurance is not brand new. It's not. It's not. Matter of fact, I pulled out of my handy dandy book and I showed her a policy from 1845. It's listed on there. It says 1845. And at the bottom, I had her read it to me, and it says, in 1845, this is a combining life insurance with savings bank. 1845. I'm not wrong by the date. Check your math. So wait a minute. If 1845, we could talk about how you combine life insurance with savings bank on the actual policy. That's what it says. Why are we all jumping up and down as if this is brand new? It's being whitewashed. This is not the best thing since sliced bread. It's not. It's not. There have been people before you. There have been families before you. There have been legacies before your family's legacy that have been using these strategies for years. And that's what we're here for. We want to talk about what millionaires and billionaires do. And, you know, I might even go out here on a limb and tell you, say, for all you guys that think black people just came here from boats, we were already here. We were already here. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and say it. It doesn't even matter. Believe what you want to believe. It just don't make a lot of sense. But I can tell you what else was whitewashed. Information. Information was whitewashed. That means if you can't read it in a book, you don't get it. Is it too late? Is it too late? That's what I'm asking. The question is, are we too late to the party? Is it okay and acceptable that we keep giving ourselves these excuses that start with an E, end with an E, that while we're not making business decisions, while we're still looking for handouts, why are we still wanting people to give us a job? Why do we do this? Why are we wanting other people to come and save us when we can't go to a bank and get a loan? When we're being undermined by mortgage companies who don't want to refinance loans that the government has already said you should get, especially when it's forbearances for a COVID pandemic. There's millions of people losing homes today because somebody's company decides that they don't want to honor what was said back then. You know, it's kind of funny. It's like being in government. I'm just going off on a tangent just a little bit because I need you guys to see how ridiculous some of this stuff sounds. I'm hoping that, you know, I'm not looking for no smoke, but I might be bringing some. The gatekeepers of the world, they understand that, hey, they can't let you get more educated. They don't want someone like me to tell you that some of the stuff that you've been learning, especially with your money, doesn't make sense. But once you start to think about it, and we start talking about what business is all about, entrepreneurialism is all about, once we start talking about capitalism, taxes, and really what this means, once we start understanding your social security number, once we start understanding your birth certificate, once we start understanding your rights as a citizen, and as a native or a nationalist. What's the difference? I'm going to give you some Google points. Go Google it. I don't want you thinking I'm some radical person. It's there. The information is there. Read about it. Or when we're talking about the Section 162A, Section 162A in the IRS code gives business owners the opportunity to deduct or a business expense a lot of different things off their business. But it's yet and still, nobody wants to own a business. But you'll do a side job. Boy, he's hot today. How am I looking? How am I looking? How am I looking? Hit my polls. Let me know. First of all, let me take a quick little break to say, hey, thank you guys for joining us. This is Lifestyle Focused Wealth. It is Lifestyle Focused Friday. It's Lifestyle Focused Friday. Hey, you know, I get geared up. I get geared up when things are tough. There's a lot of people that hold their heads down and just hide. I don't know. You know, I remember being an athlete, and there's been times where I've had the opportunity to shoot the last shot. And I have to tell you, I've kind of grown accustomed to shooting the last shot. I don't really get nervous when things get down. And I don't get embarrassed about things that people think you should be embarrassed about. I think I have stories that other people just like you can learn from. Difficult times that people like you can learn from. Why am I not wanting to tell it? Oh, maybe because you don't want to tell your business. No, I'm going to tell you what's up. Some of you guys have it all messed up. Some of you guys that have been with me for years, and I might be running some people off right now. When I tell you to think like a bank, it doesn't mean take in all the money and then don't do nothing for your community. What do banks do? What do banks do? Banks take in money every day and immediately loan it out. Loan it out plus interest. If you're missing the infinite banking concept or becoming your own bank concept because you're wondering if it's an IUL or a whole life policy, first of all, you're on the wrong ship. That's just a holding tank. That has nothing to do with the philosophy that you got to learn. It's a lifestyle. And either you're going to adopt a lifestyle, change the way you think so you can change your outcome, or you're not. You're just going to have a policy that's built for cash value that has a savings bank on it that's been around since 1845 or before that. It's hilarious. When the lights go out, are you ready? Are you ready? When you think about marginal banking and marginal dollars going into the bank, it's almost ridiculous to think that I got to put money in every Friday, and never have I ever thought to ask the banker, how much can I put in? But when the insurance man comes around and asks you to pay a premium, you're wondering if you want to pay more than $50. It doesn't make sense. Not if you're coming from a different mindset, because once you get a little bit more educated about really and truly what insurance does for us in America, how it's written into your tax code, how it's written into your IRS tax code. Y'all, it's ridiculous. When we understand that the United States of America is nothing more than a company, it's a corporation, it's a business. And you, my friends, have identity numbers that make you almost employees. Social security numbers. Once you start acting like the businesses, you'll probably see better results with your taxes. And stop calling things side jobs. There's no such thing as a side job. It's your job. If it's your business, it's your business. If you're doing Uber, if you're doing Turo, if you're doing Airbnb, if you're doing Instacart, if you're doing food delivery, guess what? That's your business. Stop calling it a side job. If you want me to be one of those people who are going to sit here and tell you It's okay to keep saying, I got a job and I got a B job. Let me tell you, I did say I'm the guy that takes the last shot. I don't mind taking the last shot. That means it's only one or two things that's going to happen. Once you come to the reality of it, then it's really not that bad. You're going to shoot the ball, it's going to go in or it's not. There ain't going to be no maybe. Somebody's going to be happy and somebody's going to be sad, whether I make it or not. If I make it, my team's going to be happy. And if I miss it, the other team is going to be happy. Somebody's going to be happy. You can't please everybody. You can't. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. The key thing is to have a winning record. I ain't saying you're going to go through life undefeated. I'm saying that we're here to win. We're here to win most of the time. So how do you win without the information? Come on, y'all. Am I going too fast for y'all? Because all of a sudden the comments kind of just slowed down and stopped. I need your help. I need your help. Come on, you lifestyle focused well folks. I need your help. Because you know what? I have talked to everybody I'm seeing on this line today. And I really do tell you. And I really want you to hear me and understand. We got to do better. We got to stop making excuses. We got to stop it. We got to stop making it. We got to stop making excuses for each other. We got to stop making excuses for the people around us, especially when we know damn well they're not right. They're not. And for you folks that I'm helping build banks and that built banks with me for the last 25 years, 25, and you've never loaned out $1, knowing that you got compounded interest, knowing that you're earning money off of the dollars that have accumulated that went through the policy, I have taught you this. And when I play this back, who knows, this might go viral because I'm saying it in such a way that I'm really not caring about if I hurt your feelings or not. We need to stop that mess too. Maybe we can be a little bit tougher out here. We can make better decisions. Wow. Is it too late? No, we look up to people who have jobs where they make a lot of money at one time and we automatically think they know what to do with the money. But guess what? You'll look up 5, 10, 15 years later and you'll notice that 83% of the athletes out here are broke. You'll notice that some of the people that you see on movie screens are out here crying because other people aren't paying them. How much are you worth? We need to start focusing. Hey, look, it's okay. Go get your education. Go get your degrees. Go get it. But don't walk out of there dumb enough to think that you're ahead of everybody when you don't even know how to figure out your accounting. You don't know what tax bracket you're in. You don't know that it's probably better for you if you're going to create a business. If you like handbags that you spend $400 on, maybe you should be a handbag vendor. Then they'll give you the bag. And then you can sell the bags. Maybe we need to start thinking like that. Maybe when we get out of school, we don't have to go to school to learn how to work for somebody. Maybe we start learning how to work for ourselves right now. Not a side hustle. It's my business. Just like Walmart has a department of every store. They got electricity, they got clothes, they got groceries. You can do your taxes in Walmart. There's a division everywhere they go. You can get your car fixed. They don't call it a side hustle. Brainwashing. Brainwashing. Is it too late to fix it? Is it too late? Is it too late? I don't think it's too late. It's right about time. It's right about now. It's right about right now. Everything we need is in the room. And that's what I love about this Lifestyle Focused Wealth community, because guess what? Once we start learning how to behave in a different way, at a higher level, and hold each other accountable to a higher level, and we start walking in that spirit, you can't be fooled. You can't be tricked. You'll start thinking about things more critically. We'll start wrapping our arms around one another and making progress together. You know, I'm so grateful for you guys listening. I am. Some of you I've been with for many, many years. And you may hear me and say, hey, am I going off? No, I'm not going off. This is just my platform. This is a platform that I share with you. That it can be said. It can be said. Why are you not here yet? Why are we not here yet? What's holding you back? To want to thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. There's knowledge. There's so much knowledge in our group. I have had the conversation with people like Sam I won't point you out. It's like people like Sam who helps people do credit repair. Get those credit scores up. Why are you walking around with a 400? Everything we have is in the room. I got people like Bill over there who's helping people get business credit. Business credit. Start a business today. Start a business. A side hustle is a business. If you got a lawnmower, start a business. If you got a 12-year-old that can cut grass, start their business. If you got a kid that you're loaning money, start their business. Pay their company. You got a kid going to college, start a business. That way they can do their side hustle and get paid through the corporation. And because they get paid with the corporation, they got a lot of tax advantages. Start learning while you're learning. See, while we're learning in the books. We're learning in college. We get a degree, but we still come out stupid. Got some of the smartest people in the world, and we can't figure out why we're going backwards. Help me, y'all. Help me. Help me. You know, the power of being in a network like this, and the power of being in a lifestyle-focused group like this, is that, you know, we recently had some real estate transactions, and we were doing business with a bank, legitimately doing business with a bank. And I decided what we're going to do is we're going to go out, and I'm going to go back to the communities that we've helped to create banks, and I'm going to tell them that, hey, me, the guy that helped you, the guy that helped you accumulate, me, I'm going to take my business to individually private-owned bankers that I've worked with. I'd rather pay you the interest. I'd rather pay you. I'd rather you be my mortgage company. And to my surprise, some of the people are like, man, no, I don't understand. Truly, I don't understand. I've been teaching you infinite banking for years. Become your own bank. I'm not saying I'm entitled to anything, but I'm just saying we have the option to start acting like a bank or not. The goal is, if I have a group of people that's under-marginalized, underinsured, you can't get loans at the bank, the banks are 9 and 10%, or just don't want you there. What community can you fall back on? What community can you fall back on? This one? Not everybody. Some people. You know, some people. Some people. When it comes down to it, when your back's against the wall, when you got to take that last shot, who are you going to turn to? Who are you going to turn to? You still need the information. The information that you didn't pay for. Who are you going to turn to? There are people in this world that love helping one another. I just got to put it out there. Okay, folks, it is what it is. The moment we start wondering and stop wondering if we're going to get robbed, or I'm not saying that we need to do things foolishly. I'm saying we need to do things in a systematic, in a careful way where we can look side by side and say, you know what? You're paying too much interest for that car loan. Stop that. You're paying too much for those credit cards. Stop that. You know, instead of you paying 30% to Visa, here, I got $10,000. You can pay me 6%. You can pay me 5%. Just get out of debt. This is some compounding interest so you can get into the world of saving money. Instead of me paying Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Mr. Cooper's and all these other places that I don't mind spotlighting because, hell, they've been spotlighting us forever. Might as well start spotlighting back, right? But not in a positive way. You don't want our business. You don't want our business. You don't want all of our business. You want our inflated business. We got to stop. We're having a lights out moment. We're having a lights out moment, y'all. America's been told you can't have babies. They've been told to the ladies you can't decide if you're going to have a baby or not. Affirmative action, disappearing. The choices that we have are disappearing. It's getting harder and harder for you to get the information right in front of our eyes, and we're on watch. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. How many of you guys are still hanging with me right now? If you're in agreement, give me a thumbs up. If I'm lost, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, hey, if you got a question, leave it in the question marks. Because the title of today is it too late? Is it too late to start helping our community? Is it too late for us to get together and put our heads together? See, I may have the financial resources in my mind, and another person may have the cash. But without the resources in my mind, that cash is going to liquidate and it's going to drain. But without that cash, what I have in my mind can't help it grow. We need one another. We need one another. That's what this is all about. So if I can if I can help 1,000 people on this line to know, why do you want to join Lifestyle Focus Wealth? It's because everything we already have is in the room. And we still are growing. We're still growing. And if you are a business professional with a certain talent, you need to be here. And if you got friends that you want to recommend to us, they need to be here. And they don't need to be here sitting on the wall. They need to go ahead and be a subscriber. Go ahead, subscribe. Join. Catch our playback on YouTube. Be a subscriber. That way you know when we got new information out. Because one of the best things when we went to Vegas, and all you guys that went to Vegas, if you're on the line, wasn't it cool meeting some new people? Wasn't it cool getting a chance to meet some new people? Wasn't it cool? I think it was. I haven't forgotten about the, Unikas out there in Las Vegas, the real estate lady. I haven't forgotten about the tours. I haven't forgotten about when I come back home, all the folks that we're talking about. Between having home ownership, that's your cash flow. Between having insurance, that's your banking system. Between being able to go get a business line of credit and create seed capital for brand new businesses, and then having the opportunity to have your credit scores in line so that you can get better loans, or you can have opportunities at lower interest rates if you don't have the resources to go to private bankers or private individuals who much rather do business with you because they believe in your concept. They believe in your solution. They believe in your community. They believe in helping rounds and rounds and rounds of money go back and forth. I was at my building the other day, and I had a good friend of mine. He's a Jewish gentleman, and he didn't mind telling me that, hey, Jewish dollars go around their community 30 times before it goes out. He didn't mind telling me that. Matter of fact, it felt really comfortable. And I struggle to say to online, and I would do this in private, but I would but I would talk about it in private. But I thought about it. I said, well, why is it that certain people can feel so comfortable talking about certain things in our faces, but we can't say those things, the very same thing about whatever it is I'm feeling? Why can't I say, I would love to see the dollar circulate 30 times in black and brown communities? I would love to see that because we have a wealth gap that we're trying to shorten. When the lights go out, are you ready? But our brains have been whitewashed. We're okay with buying high-priced items that are material, that don't go anywhere. We're okay with that. We're okay with trying to live off of Section 8. We're okay with being paid $10 to $13 an hour when we know our value is much higher. Well, listen, I'm here to tell you today, it's not too late. You can, hey, look, I'm going to tell you with a big smile on my face, it's not too late. Just change how you think. You are valuable. You are necessary. Hey, I would love that. Bring back Black Wall Street. No, don't bring that back. I've had some things about that too. That's over. That's been overstated. However, build a bigger, better version of what it was intended to be. Because it failed. That failed. Be better than what it was. See, I'm challenging you here. I'm challenging you here because today, just like when I started the broadcast today, 25, 30 years ago, I wanted a studio in my home. You didn't have this equipment. In Atlanta, I was one of the first radio hosts, one of the first radio people to use digital in radio. Now you can record songs on your cell phone. You can record music on your cell phone. Today, we got video on your cell phone. Today, I can reach millions of people through this broadcast from home. So I don't want to do it the way I did it 25 years ago. We need to do it a new way today. Right now. We need to stop holding on to the way things used to be. Especially when the things that used to be were whitewashed. Where the information was limited. Where we didn't know no better. Our resources were limited. We're making more money than ever before today. The biggest consumer of the United States is the Black American. The one demographic with the least amount of net worth. I think the number was $30,000 is the average net worth of an African American. Net worth, not savings. Never mind what you're seeing on television, Housewives and, all these different TV broadcasts where we're looking like $1 million, which we do look good when we're stepping out. But I'd rather not see you stepping out, and I'd rather us all have net worths over $500,000. See, we don't have to show it. I would rather us start thinking about all the things that you can create and capitalize and use to your advantage, put it through your banking system, right? Loan some money out, help another entrepreneur out that has something that's satisfactory, something that you believe in, something that you can see that's going to generate revenue so you as an investor could get more money back with interest that happens not to be taxable. We keep talking about passive income, and we're just passive. Come on, y'all. I need us to get ourselves together. If I hit some people in the head today, I'm not sorry. It was intentional. Hey, I'm even included in this message. It's intentional. Why? Because we can start now. We can change our direction right now. We can start buying quality products and services. We can start putting our money in quality financial solutions. We can start thinking about building and branding in such a way that everyone in our families can benefit. And we don't have to exclude anyone. All I'm trying to talk about is freedom. The freedom to leave when you want to. The freedom to go visit your kid when you want to. The freedom to work from home if you want to. To travel and still work when you want to. The freedom to have an eclectic group of friends. Black, white, green, Asian. It doesn't matter. So if you think I'm only being one way, you're having a lights out moment. I'm just trying to help you control your destiny. I just want to see you win on your terms. Wouldn't it be nice that if you got to write the script of this basketball game, you were the one shooting the winning shot? How many times would it go in? If I'm writing the script, I'm shooting 100%. That's the challenge for you today. That's the challenge for you today. If there's something you've been thinking about doing, stop thinking about it. If there's something you're trying to do, take the word try out. Just do it. Get started. Put a camera on your face, smile. Let some people know that you're available. Let some people know that you need clients. Let people know that you can be of assistance. Let people know that you are willing to be an investor in their project. Let people know that you're willing and able, capable, and qualified. Man, how can I keep a smile on my face when it's stressful? Because it's the way I think. What stresses other people out? It doesn't stress me out. I'm not saying that I don't get stressed. I'm not saying that I can't be overwhelmed. It is overwhelming. But once we really start to think about the things that in life that we really control, we don't control anything. And that's where your faith comes in. My lights out moment was once before I thought I controlled everything. Today I realize I don't control that. I control what my thoughts are. I control what my actions are. I control if I get up and work hard or if I don't. I control the circle of people that I navigate with to some degree. But I don't control how you think. I don't control how others think. So I shouldn't be concerned with that. Because really and truly, it has no effect on what's going to happen in my life that's going to support the lifestyle that I want to lead. I want to be around other people who want the same thing for themselves. And I can appreciate it. You don't have to have the exact same thing. I have a good friend of mine that their lifestyle is living in a cabin in the mountains near snow. I don't want to live in snow. I'm kind of a tropical person. You can have the cold. I don't care for the cold. Give me the tropics. Put me somewhere close to the equator where the ocean is running up and sand between my toes. Give me that. If there's anybody out there that understands where I'm going with that, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Say something. Say something nice. But I took a long way around today in our discussion. I know we got about 5 minutes left. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to see how many things we thought was one way and we later find out it's another. But when you find out, don't give up. It's not too late. It's not. Start now. Start saving now. You might not have a dollar to your name yesterday, but you could be a millionaire tomorrow. Let's get started. You may have a great idea. You might have a great idea. You might have to get online and talk and say it several times and say, hey, L.R. Johnson and Associates is a business that can help you. It's a minority-owned business that can help you. We have solutions that can help you. And no, we're not the cheapest. We're not going to be the cheapest. No, we're not. We don't want to be. The only reason why we're going to be here is because we're trying to elevate you to another level. And sometimes when we're looking for the cheapest, that's exactly what you get. That's exactly what you get. But for those of you that like buying quality things, well, you want your advice to be of quality too. Mr. Jackson, what's happening? Stick with quality. Stick with quality. Change how you think. Start investing in your community. Start banking. Start teaching entrepreneurialism. Stop side hustling. Create a business. And then let it flow. And you'll find that all your ideas start to make more sense because it flows with the system the way it's created. Once it flows with the system that's created, now you understand why you don't want it in your business. You want stuff in your business name. Now you understand why you need a trust in place to take care of the privacy that we don't have. Now you understand why you need a business address. Now you know why we want to protect your personal personal credit score and hide it away so hide your personal credit score from your business. You want to do that. You want to do that. Why? Because the codes tell us to. It's not foreign. It's been here for a long time. Hey, listen, it's been my time today. This is When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready? Thank you guys for listening to me. I know it sounded like we were on a rant. We were not. That's not a rant. I'm just shooting you some facts. And I hope that some of you go ahead and start checking into what I've said, because you're going to find that I wasn't lying. And if you didn't know, you were having a lights out moment. And I'm Ronco Johnson. This has been your Lifestyle Focus Advisor. Hey, keeping you company all day, every day. Next Friday, every Friday, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on LinkedIn. Catch us on TikTok, Facebook. And if you want to, catch us at www.roncojohnson.com. If you want to have a one-on-one, sit down and talk to us. I would love to do it. Or just be a part of our community. Join us at www.lifestylefocuswealth.com, and we will see you at the top. Thank you guys for joining us, and I'll see you next time. Until then, it's When the Lights Go Out. Are you ready?